Hey guys, it's second guessing time. Will I sell my A7 III and get the A7C? This is actually a really tough question for me. I'm thinking about this all the time. I like to think about cameras because it stops me from thinking about the world spinning out of control. So the A7C is a lot like my A7 III, but it's got some different features, some tempting features. Let's start with the obvious one. You got the flip screen, the flip out screen. Fantastic for video, but it's also better for photography. You can get angles, you can flip them out and you just, look at this thing. Can't even get it open. You feel like you're gonna break it every time. And then you get just, oh, look at this. Even when you tilt it up, all right, so now what? I get down on my belly like a worm, taking pictures of people? You can't do that. Ladies walking by in skirts are like, what are you doing, you pervert? You don't want that. So you get a flip out screen, you're just looking at, I'm taking pictures of daffodils. Calm yourself. Check your ego, lady in skirt. So, flip out screen would be a giant help. I'm filming this thing on the GH5 because it has a flip out screen. If this had a flip out screen, I'd be doing all my filming on this. So, and it doesn't stop there. The video features, they keep on a coming. The A7C has no record limit, so you can just tape yourself for hours on end. The thing is, so I'm a comedian. My regular job is I'm a stand-up comedian. I have another channel about that if you want to check it out. And so shows often go an hour and a half or more. So sometimes I have to set up a camera in the back of a room and then I just let it go. Having this 30 minutes, it's just no good. I have to take the GH5 or a video camera because this just, I can't be back there to restart it. Plus in the middle of someone's set, like they're halfway through a joke and then it stops and then you have to restart it. No good. So the unlimited recording, and they also have better autofocus. This thing is fantastic autofocus, but it's just face tracking autofocus. The A7C has the new Sony eye thing, that magic that they do where the little box goes around your eye and follows you everywhere. That's fantastic, but it's more than that too. Is that you can use your phone finally, because you can't use your phone with this thing or it loses face tracking. If you use your phone to view the screen, let's say you're far away from your camera and you can't see that little flip out screen and you got your phone with you, now you can use your phone and then it still has the eye tracking, you see? If I did that with this thing, then it loses the face tracking. Isn't that terrible? I thought one of the hacks for this for this camera was that I would be able to take my phone and use it as a screen, but the second you tether your camera to your phone, loses the face tracking. Other one, not so much. Also, the Ninja 5 or like an external recorder, not even an external recorder, an external monitor. If you use an external monitor with this, again, you lose the face tracking. Whereas the A7C, I just realized I've been shaking this around and it's got the little jingly bits on it. Sorry about that. Did I ruin the whole video? Probably. I'm just going to put it down. If you have an external monitor, then the face tracking turns off in the A7 III as well. A7C, no. So you put on your Ninja 5s or even just, one of those cheaper monitors that you can't record to, then you're fine with the A7C, see? More excellent features. And we're not done yet. That has a little record button on the top, if that means anything to you. And it has one more custom mode, so that has 1, 2, 3. This one only has, the A7 III only has the 1, 2. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the color science. They tweaked the color science in the picture profiles a little bit. Some of them are the same as the A7 III, and some of them are different and better. So, man, and there's more. You can do with the Catalyst Browse software. So with Sony, they do something with the gyro technical mechanism. So with the IBIS in the A7C is probably not even as good as the A7 III. But the IBIS in the A7 III, as many people have shown, is not that great. So the stabilization in the A7C can be fixed though if you go through the Catalyst browse. This thing, like, it works seemingly. I haven't used it because I don't get to, but it seems to work like a wizard. It just makes everything so crazy stable. This is fantastic. You can actually walk around talking to your camera like a lunatic. You come home, that lunatic footage is smooth as silk. And the fact that it's flat, it has that low profile with the eyepiece there on the side, that's good for gimbals because, you know, it can spin easier without, like this thing here, it has the little hump. So when you have it on a gimbal, if you try to go up, sometimes the hump hits the motors, you know? And so the other one, it doesn't have that problem. And speaking of gimbals, the other one's like 140 grams lighter. So you could get a little lens and on the A7C, and you can put that on some lightweight gimbals. I actually have an old lightweight gimbal that I haven't been able to use in a long time because all my cameras are too heavy for it. The A7C, it would work on that thing. So why in God's name would I keep this beautiful, beautiful camera? I should just sell it and get the other one, right? Not so fast. This thing has 2 card slots. That is important. That redundancy is good if you're somewhere where you know you can't lose footage, then it's really important to have a backup. SD cards don't fail a ton, but they do fail. And let's say I'm talking about the comics. Let's say I'm taping a set, and it's important. I'm taping it for a showcase or a festival, or I'm taping another comedian. You know, and let's say I'm doing a 10-15 minute set, so I don't need it to go past my 30-minute time limit. So I can be rest assured with this thing, even if one of the cards corrupts, that set, that's only going to happen one time in life, that I'm going to have it. Because 2 cards, that never corrupts. It's like a 1 in a 7 billion chance. I've done the math on that. So it's important, you know. Or if you're, you know, one of your idiot friend says, oh, can you take some pictures of my wedding because you got a fancy camera? I don't want to take pictures at your wedding, but at least it stops me from having to converse with the rest of your idiot guests. So sure, I'll take some pictures. And then, you know, wedding pictures, of course, you're gonna have the 2, right? I forgot something major. On the A7C, they don't have this front dial here. And that's the one I use all the time to adjust my aperture or my shutter speed, depending on how I'm shooting. I use it constantly. And I really like that, and I think I would miss that a great deal. And also when it comes to the photo taking, this thing can go 1/8000th of a shutter speed, which is better than the 1/4000 of the A7C, and it's got a better EVF. The EVF is the same, but the magnification is better on this thing, so when it's up to your eye, it's easier to see what you're shooting right there. So that's a thing for me, see? Because I like taking pictures. I don't take good pictures, but I like taking them, and this thing is better at taking pictures overall than the A7C. And the last thing is that I think this is prettier. You know, I mean, look, to each his own, right? If you like the way that sleek looking robot box is, especially with the silver top, it's a little intriguing, a little bit like a Fuji, but not quite. And I get it. If you like it, good for you. But me, I like the thing. I like the little thing with the camel hump. I don't know, it looks like a camera to me. You know, if you're someone walking down the street and they had a shirt with a camera on it, you're gonna put that little hump there. And it looks good, it's pretty. And let me tell you something, and if you're sitting there thinking, who cares? Who cares what it looks like, man? It's a tool to get the job done. Yeah, but I like it. You know, if you like something, if you wanna hold it, if you wanna pick it up, then you're gonna wanna use it. You know, sometimes I lay the camera down on the coffee table and I just look at it, you know, and then it makes me, I don't know, want to get up and shoot something because I'm in love with the camera. So if I don't really like the way the other one looks, or I don't like the way it feels, that's a significant thing for me. So now, what am I going to do? Seriously, what am I going to do? The answer is I'm going to keep my A7 III, and a lot of that, I'll admit, is I'm shaking around the thing again. Sorry. A lot of that is laziness. Just sheer laziness. I don't like selling stuff. I gotta go on the internet, you know, and post it and take pictures of it. And there's a lot of pressure in those pictures. Taking you're trying to sell your camera saying this is a great camera, I know what I'm doing, so those better be some high quality photos. Then I gotta meet some schlub out in the middle of nowhere and he's gonna shank me. You know, I don't want that. It's a pandemic. You can't get shanked during a pandemic. This is terrible. So that's it. I'm gonna keep my A7 III because I like taking pictures. You know, if I was doing video only, this would be a no-brainer. You gotta go get the A7C. Even if I was doing the majority of my stuff as video, you know, if I was doing 80% video, 20% photos, I would get the A7C. But really, right now, I'm kind of doing 60% photos, 40% videos. So I'm gonna lean towards the one that is leaning towards the photography side. That's how I consider them. The A7 III is the photography version, the A7C is the video version. So, you know, do it on that basis. Plus I like the dual card slots and the hump and the way it looks. I also have this little mirror from UU Rig that can kind of do like a selfie vlog if I really need it. You know, it's a little finicky, but it works all right. If I had neither camera, I would still probably do the same thing. Because like I say, if you're video-centric, A7C, photography, A7 III. Well, there's my 2 cents. You guys tell me what you think. Post in the comments below. What would you do in my situation? I'm going to come up with another video, I think, about whether I should sell my GH5 and get the A7C. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you again soon to talk about more cameras. Bye-bye.